Hard in. Oh,
hard in.
From the side, you deked me out there. That was pretty good. That's pretty good. Hi, I'm Ryan Doell. Welcome to Gotham City tonight. With me is Alex.
Yo, how's it going, Ryan?
Oh, dude, today's been a day of news. It was like, oh, it'll be slow. We'll talk predictions.
Yeah, there's not going to be any news. Comic-Con's next week.
I understand that we missed last week, but even still, it was like not much has really happened.
Yeah.
And I was very much like, this will be nice. This will be chill. No, but it's been chaos. But before we get started as well, I do want to let people know backstage, we got hanging out with us, Shiny Plastic People, right? Chris Plastic is here. That's why you don't see him in the chat, because he's sitting there, he's hanging out, he's getting things in like real time. Everyone else has to wait 30 seconds. But he's getting us right now in real time. I do have some recommended reading though. Where did I put it? Oh my God, why do I do this to myself? I got one quick thing that I picked up on the weekend. I don't know if you picked this up yet, Alex. I definitely did. X-Men #1 from Stegman.
Awesome.
It is awesome. It did start off with one of those like things in comics that always makes me like super angry, where they're up north, but they refuse to be in Canada. So they're in Alaska. And I'm like, why are
close?
Why are you in Alaska? And then I'm
like
reading
too far.
Yeah, but then I like read why they're in Alaska, because I haven't caught up with like the end of like Krakoa yet, because I'm waiting for the trade.
Are they visiting Cyclops' grandparents?
No. I guess I could just say it, because I guess technically it's been like out for a while now.
And it's right away.
Right, and it's right away. Yeah. So they're there because that's an old Sentinel factory is in Alaska. And that's what they're now using as their base of operations.
Were Cyclops' grandparents like traders the whole time? Because they had like they owned like a hangar, like a import-export, I think. Something. They had the space for it.
For something. Hang on, I've got it. There is like something going on. Hang on. Give me a moment. I'm having like, there's something happening with my thing. 1 second. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Alex, everybody busy.
Hey, how's it going? I hope everything's okay with Ryan over there. Yeah, so I did not get any comics. I'm way behind on that, but let me know in the well, you know, I guess I'll shout out to the chat. Let's do that. We got Stanley Eberhard. Let me see if I can do this. All right, here we go. This thing. We got Robert Palladino, Cougar McGillicuddy, Andrew Gady's Toys, Rick Shattered Glass Jazz. I can say it. Rabbit McGavin. Bionic Funk, and Ryan Doell.
I am back. No, keep going.
Oh, okay. All right. We got Derek Dalzell, Chinovo, Johnny Cock, Aaron, Davey Sockrocker. We got Quip. We got Skylar Davis. We got who's this? We got Shiny Plastic People in the chat there. Justin Nicolosi, Topher Khan, and so many more.
And so on and so on.
So Derek Hoover. There we go.
Derek Hoover.
And honor you 83.
Yeah,
Benjamin Rue. We got you. We got everyone.
Cool. We got excellent. No, thank you everyone for being here. Thank you for that. I had like,
I
don't know. My computer was like just doing weird stuff. I had to like check to see what was happening, and I was like, okay.
I'm just imagining it like putting on a top hat and like a monocle. Like,
well, no, like a video started and I could hear it, and I was like, where's this coming from? And it was like I was on a comic book website that had like an ad that would like rotate.
Oh,
but I couldn't see which tab it was because I'm one of those people that have way too many tabs. Speaking of tabs, let's get Shiny Plastic People in here. Chris,
you know, I just thought, since Jay's not here yet, I am bearded, I am bespeckled, I have a logoed hat. I am ready to fill that because this is shiny plastic people.
Nice.
Excellent. Thank you. Welcome to Gotham, man.
Thank you. You invited me a long time ago, and I have just not gotten to be here, so I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, and I was like, the moment you sent that GIF in the Geek Dad Life Discord, for those who are not in there, that's a $5 Discord. Oh, speaking of which, we're just gonna make him wait just a little bit. But yeah, once you sent that, I was like, hey, actually, now was the perfect time. So I'm glad you did that. That disappointed GIF.
Wait, what was the GIF? Describe the GIF.
The guy,
Yeah,
doing that. And I was like, you know what? You're right. Today is the day. This is a good time to have you on.
well, I think it was like 5 superpower videos ago. You're like, the next time we talk superpowers, you're coming, buddy.
Right. Well, yeah, because God, I'm so glad you said something. Because again, I would have just been completely gone. Anyways, and I can't talk superpowers without this man right here going to San Diego tomorrow.
Tomorrow morning.
Married,
Wow.
yeah, the man married to my wife. Jay.
So excited to be here to hang with such esteemed people. I've never actually done a stream with Chris before, I don't think. So this is exciting, uncharted territory. So really pumped for that. But Alex and Doell, it's nice to see you too.
Yes.
It's good to see you too, Jay. And Ryan, I realize now that we need to have hats that have a logo on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
DCT.
I need to get all this stuff set up for the monetization so we can afford to have hats.
Yeah, we're men without hats.
Well, this is a one of one hat. I saw Jay's hat a long time ago, and I went, I need one of those.
Yeah, we'll get one that just says GCT on it.
Yeah.
But it'll be in that Batman logo, the one that they use for like Hush.
Oh,
it'll
yeah.
be like Batman silhouette with the cape and then GCT in it.
Oh, that's slick.
Oh, I just came up with that now. See, I should be in marketing. What am I doing?
As long as you don't name it green something, you're fine.
Yeah, it's not called Green City tonight. That's what we learned. Another thing that we learned today was that they're doing a Superpowers crowdfund.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Let's just dive right in.
Oh, dive like Black Manta.
Dive and like Aquaman.
Yeah.
Got some missed opportunities here, but we're about to get into this. I think I'm gonna toot my own horn. I think I saw this first today. Chris wasn't too far behind, and then I ignored every message coming in after that because I thought there was an emergency. I was getting so many DMs. But here we are. I guess in some sense it is an emergency.
It is.
We're getting a drawing board collectors club. God, they love their names at Todd McFarlane, hey?
Yeah, look at all the branding going on. Just this
So-
one image.
The amount of
Collectors Club
fonts
draw.
is just killing me.
Yeah. Right? Like Collectors Club, drawing board, Superpowers, DC Direct.
I like that it looks like that drawing board autographed it.
Like
I have a drawing board rookie card.
Yeah.
you do actually.
I should bring it to Comic-Con.
You should take that shirtless Todd McFarlane card, which we'll get into in a hot second.
Ooh.
You should take that to Comic-Con. You should get that signed. But I gotta know when we all first saw this. Chris, you're new, so you're gonna be the first person I ask on this. When you first saw this was gonna be the crowdfund, what was your first thought outside of a loud heaving sigh?
So actually it wasn't a loud heaving sigh. It was I saw it a couple minutes before I messaged you because I ran to the site and backed it.
Okay.
So-
All right. It is exciting. Like I guess what we'll get to the tiers in a second,
Okay.
but I do want to, I can pretty much assume what everyone's going to be funding as far as this goes. Alex, is this your first time seeing this today, or did you look at this earlier?
Oh, well, it dropped today. Oh no, yeah. I saw. I think Toysha's posted it. I can't like I still like having to configure my thinking about what is it what is it? It's a Kickstarter for
Yeah, this looks
2
like a
vehicles
Kickstarter
and
page
figures.
that is transferred onto McFarlane Toys.
If
Boy.
I feel like this to me, like just my immediate reaction is that it feels like they're feeling out Kickstarter. Like this is a crowdfunding test because these vehicles look, I mean, certainly the bat sub or whatever, like that would probably do well as the other stuff at retail. The
Right.
the Aquaman bit too. Like this feels like it's like there isn't really anything different about these than the Blue Beetle Beetle and the like Brainiac thing. So it's like either the line is kind of underperforming at retail and they're looking for like new avenues, or this is just like, you know, we're gonna have to embrace this at some point. Let's do it with, you know, some reliable, like good products out of the gate that you know we probably could do well at retail or direct market, but like we're gonna try this Kickstarter thing, see how it goes.
Well, just a real fast matter of fact, this is the McFarlane store's second drawing board project, but it's the first Superpowers.
Yes.
And what's the drawing board aspect of it?
That's just
well,
a
he's an
clever name
artist.
for HasLab.
Yeah.
For the sounds of it.
Yeah.
Jay, I sent you this today.
You informed me, right? It's like these earth-shattering events happen in the world. It's like
you knew it was serious when I texted you.
Yeah, exactly. And then it's busy day at work. It's my last day before being off for like 8 days or whatever. So I was trying to get all this stuff done before I left. And then I just see a text from Doell. I'm like, oh my God, what happened? What thing happened in the world?
Because it's that kind of day.
So
when you clicked open the link, what were your first thoughts?
Oh, thank God, it's a Superpowers crowdfund. But no, I think it is. These are. I mean, we love the vehicles, and I think these vehicles look awesome. And the figures are fine. I think these are cool decos. I love the two-tone double Robin cape, black, even though I think it's flipped. I don't know. I guess it's correct, but you have the black inside and then the yellow outside of it.
Correct.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm just buying it for the cape.
Right? Flip it the other way if you want it, you know. I guess.
Yeah, it's like a reversible.
All that being said, I think I felt the way a lot of us feel, which is why? Because these are repaints. The vehicles look cool, but if you're gonna leverage this, like, let's go deep. Let's get some women. Let's get a play set that we've been wanting forever. Like, you could have charged $500 for something that could have been really freaking cool, but this just feels like Walmart said no, we're not buying this, but we already did all the work for it. So hey, nerds, to help us out of a bind here, because Walmart's not buying our toys anymore.
Right. And I see, my whole thing was like, I thought the same thing of like, okay, vehicles, why aren't these just a regular release vehicles? Todd's been bragging about how this has been one of his top selling toy lines. So I don't understand why they're going this route. Maybe this is the time I start reaching out to people at McFarlane Toys to try to get them on, to try to clarify. Because I'm also
they would never tell us publicly that, hey, Walmart said F you guys.
Oh, no, but he could at least give us like a thing of like, hey, we're trying to see if there's some wanting for Superpowers stuff, because if this goes, maybe they'll do some play sets. Right? But I do agree, these should not include repaints at all.
I actually kind of wonder, though, if the Aquaman movie may have sunk that Black Manta vehicle.
I like the pun.
That was good. I didn't think of that, but you might be onto something there. But they still released the Blue Beetle bug. So, man,
exactly. There's that. But I wonder. This is $600,000, right? there's no new tooling on the figures, so you don't really need $600,000 for that. Alex, I'm curious. You work for a company and you make toys.
Yeah.
Like, what do you think like the new tooling MOQ range would be for some of these, Superpowers vehicle that McFarlane has done? Like, what would you guess tool that could be?
I mean, I don't know how many parts they are. I don't know. I mean, are they even like? Would
There's no.
I don't have one, so I don't even know if it's really like a steel mold tool all the way, or if it's like there's like other molding techniques. If it's like more of like a vinyl, like a softer material. But so I don't really know what the like tooling cost would be just from looking at these images. I don't know. I mean, I think that also these aren't like crazy different from the other vehicles they've released. So like they probably have like pretty reliable data on the demand for these sort of vehicles and the cost associated. So I don't know. I mean, it feels like I said, it's like it feels like they are testing this system out with two items that they feel fairly confident should sell, and it maybe is getting people like prepared for like this being a method of getting these in the future. And if it doesn't work, they're like, well, if it didn't work with a bat boat, it's not going to work with Black Canary motorcycle or whatever it would be. Like,
it's just to be so short-sighted, because really this is I mean, for good, for better or worse, this is, you could leverage your fan base to front the cost of like new tooling, right? And so like the deal is we get new tooled figures that maybe they don't want to fork over that money for, or in this case these are newly tooled vehicles, which I don't want to discount that, but this is just not taking advantage of this kind of Kickstarter-y medium, which, I mean, if you're doing it right, ideally you're giving something to fans that they want. It's like fan demanded. Maybe it's something that's not as like, popular, or maybe it's not as broadly retail focused, and you get some new tooling done, like, because that's what Hasbro does. Like they'll put a figure that's newly tooled for that, and then they'll reuse it in the retail line, right? Like you're covering costs while getting maybe a deeper cut and giving fans what they want. And I just feel like this doesn't really hit any of those crowdfund check boxes that the other crowdfunds that toy companies have done.
Right. This has regular release kind of, to me, like this is what it feels like. But maybe they don't have confidence that maybe do people want a Black Manta sea saucer? Well, we'll just throw it in there with a bat boat and see what happens.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if this could be like, I mean, it's kind of similar to like what companies like Super 7 does with pre-orders, right? Where like, because this is less like a HasLab and more like just a pre-order. Like if we get enough orders to like meet our MOQ, we'll do it. And if not, like we won't. And they're just sort of like, whereas with other companies, it's like if they don't get enough orders, they'll kind of cancel it and send people an email saying, sorry, it's not happening. But this is just like, we know that up front, this is how many orders we need. Like it's letting the customer know how many orders they need to move forward with this, which might, help. I think that the HasLab certainly has like, it creates like a different environment for the fans to actually be able to track how many people are buying this, how many people are, it can feel like more of a moment. So I don't know, to me, this kind of feels like an experiment, like kind of a somewhere between just the usual pre-order process and something like a HasLab.
Right. No, that makes sense. I am a little bummed out though that we are not getting just all new figures, so that we can. I'll be happy to pay for the new tooling if we could just, instead of getting Aquaman and Black Manta, maybe Ocean Master and Mira. Right, and then for Batman and Robin, why not just do Batgirl and Catwoman?
Yeah,
Just
Or
I know
even
we're all listing
tool up-
women. Yeah, go ahead.
Cool up the classic Robin, you know,
Or-
that you're homaging here.
Yeah.
Which are So,
Do you think they just painted his legs a skin tone instead of actually sculpting?
They did. He still
Totally.
has the ribs on his gloves here too.
yeah, like it's
Oh, so they haven't done like a classic Robin at all?
No.
No.
Okay.
no. That's why his hair's still spiky, like
Yeah.
Drake. They didn't even give us a new head sculpt. Like,
Right.
I mean,
You're crowdfunding this. Like, just add an extra, I don't know, $5,000 for whatever little tooling just to make Robin a true classic Robin.
well,
Like,
and I mean, like,
yeah.
short hair up Aquaman. People
Yeah.
want Black Mana because he has been so hard to get.
Yes.
right.
But
This feels like it's not like, just looking at this, it feels like it's not for like hardcores. This feels like it's for like a casual consumer, because it's like it's Batman and Robin in a bat vehicle.
going to McFarlane Toys store. Like, what casuals are going here?
Yeah.
Well,
Well, and
I
what's
mean,
the
but I
t-shirt tie-in here?
I don't know where they're putting up where they're like running the press release, you know, like, because like
True.
people might see this in like other news forums and it directs them to the store. So I mean, to me, it's like, but like either way, like this is this is for casuals. There's nothing like deep cut or like servicing like long requested characters here. It's like they've done, like, the only thing really new is the Aquaman boat and the bat vehicle, right?
And this shirt
and
It
the
says,
shirt.
I'm Batman.
Yeah. It's just a picture of what is it? It's DC's booth where they're doing like a classic Superpowers t-shirt.
Right, with the McFarlane figures, though.
With the McFarlane figures, but it still looks more classic than whatever this is. Like, again, zero effort in this shirt. And it's so funny.
I hope this shirt, like, it's just one of those really bad iron-on like graphics fades immediately when you like. I hope it's that cheap and half-assed.
We'll talk about it when we get into tiers, but I think it's really funny how they value this t-shirt versus other items they have as an add-on.
Yes, because if you keep going down,
this is
like
$90.
$90.
So now we got 100. And we get a Todd McFarlane autographed art card.
You don't get the shirt, you get just the autograph.
You just get the art, and we don't know what the art is. We are going on a whim here.
I assume it's just any other card like the multiverse. Like, it's just a picture of the toys.
I assume it's going to be his picture of Batman. Right?
Oh, I don't even think.
I
don't think he'll put that much effort in.
It'll be whatever they have a lot of.
Exactly. Let's have some cards, figures, and just. But again, if this is, I think someone said in the chat, Davey Sockrocker, this is the laziest crowdfund since adding Bones to the Rancor. But it is so lazy because, like, if Todd, even if he just did like, hey, here's my Jose Canseco impersonation card, and I'm going to sign it for people would be shelling out those $100 bills, y'all.
Yep.
And
it is puzzling. This is puzzling because it's true. It's like if you're going to do a crowdfund, like a Legion of Doom playset or a Hall of Justice, something like that, like is more in line with.
Damn it, Quip.
It's wild because if you put those women you listed that actually theme with these vehicles, this thing is doing 4 times what was it, $80,000 towards a $600,000?
Yeah, I think if they did Batgirl and Robin, like classic Robin, classic Batgirl, you put that with the sub, and I think or whatever this is called, a multi-craft. Is that what they're trying to call it? Hang on, I gotta see the. Bat multi-craft. Okay, we're just okay. Anyways,
everything. It's a spaceship. It's a submarine.
I guess that's true.
It can be a mobile.
Do you know what would have been fun then if it was a multi-ship? They should have done this classic Batman, but they should have gave him one of those clip-on armor things where it has like the fishbowl head and like a jetpack, so you can either have him be like scuba Batman or space Batman,
and call it the multi-bat.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
Come on. We're again, I should be in marketing. Todd should hire me. Give me a dump truck full of money. I will fix this line.
Well, is there even like a video that kind of explains this, or they just like put it out like,
There's
do you
no
guys want
video.
it? Like,
Take it or leave it.
It's
how's
hey,
it doing?
I'm
I just
surprised
got an
this- yeah.
email and it was like, by the way, this is happening.
Yeah, like, it was so weird. There's not this big launch, but again, there has never been one. Like even when Todd goes on like Instagram, he's like, "Hey everyone, Todd McFarlane here, and oh man, I got Batmobiles, I've got NFTs, I've got Batman with a guitar that turns into a motorbike, and man, it's the best."
He's never that excited about it. And once he gets to the product, though, he's like, "Look,
yeah, you know, the arms move so you guys can pose it. It's really you're totally not wrong, and he's never given, like, I think maybe a couple times he's talked about superpowers, but he's always like rolling his eyes as he talks about it, and it's like, yeah, I know these are already in stores. Superpowers, these silly dumb toys. Like, I'm like, dude.
Well, what was it? Phoenix Fan Fest? He was like, "Oh, I hate these static post figures, but they sell better than anything."
His static post figure, his toys don't even have have articulation for no reason. If you bent the arm, it would look totally weird. like he's got a Comic-Con exclusive that I thought was awesome if it would just be a statue. And it's an articulated statue of a statue from the comic books.
Right.
Oh, it's the gold Superman.
The gold
statue.
Superman with the eagle, right? And I was just like, man, that should be a statue. The Death of Superman memorial statue.
Do the thing.
Like, this is your chance. Like, you're great at statues. Make it a statue. No, it's just a painted gold articulated figure that comes with an eagle. I'm just like, come on.
But
Are you kidding me?
Think of how great it would be to pose your Superman statue in a totally like lame, unsuper heroic position.
Right?
Like...
Kevin is here from Toying Around, right? I love that statue, right? I do too. And it's funny. I remember messaging him when they showed it, and I was like, I'm so mad about how badly I want this. because why? But anyways,
I hope it's that shiny and not just like swirly brownish gold plastic.
Oh, I'm sure it's the swirly.
Keep your expectations low. You know, it's just I don't know. I hate ripping on these guys. I know they all try very hard and they all work very hard.
You know, I will caveat all this. I give Todd and the gang a bunch of guff when I can, but DC's so much better now than it was at the end of the Mattel run.
You're correct.
Yes,
I will agree with that. Yep, I will 100% agree with that.
But I mean, the multiverse line is like going gangbusters. They're doing 2 Clock Kings, both versions of Clock King. Like that's a pretty healthy line.
Yes,
of that.
It's true, and we still don't have a proper Black Canary.
Yeah,
right.
Right. And I know it's like, and God bless this chat, man. I've been seeing like Quip and everybody else like listing women before we're listing women, because every time we talk about superpowers, we start listing because we can't help it, because we want women in this line so bad. Like, we're begging for it. Some women. I feel like we've been in like superpowers prison. Come on. Just one. That's not Wonder Woman, and Lord knows I love Wonder Woman. But man, if like,
you know, it's one of those things where I wish I get that they've done it's had a lot of good things, and I think our friend Toyota made a post basically saying, "Hey, listen, I know all of y'all want me to do this." He gave like the full story why, you know,
broke it down.
You and I knew that, but still, it's just like,
told us.
huh?
He told us.
Exactly. Told us, but I think, you know, there's something too. I think in that post that he made, like there's new sculpts that look fantastic that are kind of inbound, and they've kind of given us glimpses of those, right? Like with Blue Beetle or you know, Booster Gold, or like there's good new releases And so, but they keep bringing other things back in, and it just doesn't compute. And it feels like there's some people there that get it and are doing awesome stuff, but then there's some people that just don't give a crap and put out kind of half-baked ideas. And it's just like, someone needs to take this line, or run this toy line with like the passion and care that it deserves, that I don't think it has right now.
Yeah. Well, just you gotta remember, you look at how the boss talks about it, right? He's not
Exactly.
he's not high on it.
Yep.
Like I said, just bring me a dump truck of money in
Yeah.
American, tax free.
Yeah.
I will turn this ship around.
Exactly. Like,
Right?
and that's it. Like, and you can't blame whoever's running this toy line. It's like, well, Todd hates it and he signs the checks. So, and it's not going to get me promoted. So I'll keep this going, but I'm not going to put, a lot of thought or passion or drive into it. But the demand is so great that it still sells enough to kind of keep perpetuating its existence. But it's kind of like a half-life. It's not living its full Superpowers life.
Well, I wonder if this situation then is like, it could either be that this is like the end of the line. It's like, okay, we're just going to crowdfund the last few things that we think we can sell. And if it doesn't fund, it's just over. Or is this like, we're going to crowdfund these from now on, and we're going to do some of the more fan favorite, do like a Birds of Prey multi-pack, do some play sets and stuff. But we want to introduce this crowdfunding model with a win, and these are two sets that they're fairly confident will make the crowdfunding model look strong. I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I'm an outsider to this. Does this look appealing to you guys? Like, would you say that this is like plays into that strategy of like being able to, for the next one, to be like, hey, look, like the Superpowers, the last crowdfund did really well. I think that this Black Canary, Harley Quinn 2-pack like will do well as well.
I don't know if I have I could see them doing, like I said, I could see them doing a play set.
Mm-hmm.
Like eventually, if this does well, before they do any women.
Yeah. Well, here's what's weird too, because Wave 8 is the first wave that Target's selling at retail. So like the line's hitting more retailers now.
Oh.
So okay. I did not know that, because like up here in the God-kissed land of Canada, Superpowers have been available like everywhere. Toys R Us, GameStop, Walmart's. We've been swimming in them, living the dream, right? So, but I always kind of forget that it's just a Walmart. Well, it was until I guess recently, it's just a Walmart exclusive line.
Right. I think until like Wave 4 or 5, it was Walmart exclusive, and then it was a couple online outlets and GameStop, and now Target's in there. So
okay, well then see, there's stores, but
well, so this could be an experiment, because something like this, like there's a lot of like moving parts. There's a lot of things that have to be learned and ironed out, and so maybe they're just trying to this is to like kind of learn how to do one of these things as just another avenue of getting stuff that's maybe like more directly towards adult consumers,
right?
Or potentially they're just losing shelf space for vehicles.
Oh, good point.
Right, that's a fair point too. Let's go through these. There's a few tiers here. You can get just the vehicle 2 figures, both sides, just the vehicles, or all of them with a shirt, all of them with a Todd autograph.
What if you just want the shirt? Come on.
Yeah. What if I just want the shirt? What if I just want Todd a Toddograph? Right? What then? I'll just go straight up. I already backed the Black Manta Sea Saucer Bat Multicraft. I did not add the figures. There got to a point too where the repaints became too much, and I had to stop being a completist on the line. But I've been all over those villains. That's really it at this point. I'm really hoping we get some more new, like, well, again, Blue Beetle, Guy Gardner, Metamorpho. I did pre-order all of those. Great figures, but I don't have room for more vehicles when it's Superpowers, so I'll make the goddamn room. These are, because again, I just think these are some of the best toy vehicles on the market right now.
Agreed.
Period. Right? I think every other kind of vehicle that comes out right now is either a HasLab or collector's line focused that there's no way they're under $80 at this point.
Mhm.
So to get 2 vehicles for $45, they're pretty much paying me to take them. So that's the one I backed. Chris, which ones did you back? Did you back the same thing, or did you go all?
Well, I got the figure pack too.
Right, that's fair, because I think you're still planning on being a full completist.
Yeah, I'm
correct?
completist at this point. I think that accent set at San Diego Comic-Con might be a problem.
No, because I think Jay said he's going to pick one up for you because he didn't want one. So I think Jay said he was more than happy to go grab you one.
Way to
He's
bully
leaving
him
tomorrow.
into it. Thank you.
Yeah, I just doled him right into it.
Because one of John's friends wants the gold Superman, so I gotta try and get that. So I gotta be at McFarlane anyway.
This one?
No, the statue one. The statue.
Oh, the statue one?
The articulated statue.
The articulated statue. God, I can't believe it. He's doing statues.
But maybe it's like Superman is doing one of those like human statue like busking gigs.
Yes.
Like put a little like
Are
cup of money, like a hat for money.
I love that idea.
It's a little known Golden Age comic where he got exposed to turquoise kryptonite.
Ironically turns him gold.
Right. Gold kryptonite does a whole other thing. It's
they should do a gold Jimmy Olsen at some point then too. The hang on, have we seen the packaging yet for the San Diego Comic-Con exclusives?
we have unofficially.
Okay. I'll hang tight. We could talk about that another time. But Jay, are you going to be backing any of this at all?
Maybe just the vehicle packs.
Right.
I had an unfortunate event hit me today.
Oh, I'm sorry.
You
You don't have to talk about it here, but that's
no, my Hot Toys Batmobile charged today.
right before you left for Comic-Con. Oh,
I saw the
so
charge
sorry.
and I was like, oh my god, this is
You're gonna be just driving that thing to Comic-Con.
Prayers for Jay.
This was a terrible
Hey, future Jay, how's it going? Welcome.
Right? Just full cock. Right in the face.
Hey, we don't mean to laugh, but man, that is bad timing.
I'm so screwed.
Like, okay, well, as long as you get Chris his Superpowers 3-pack, you're okay. It's fine, because you know what? He'll pay you back for it, maybe. Yeah,
Possibly.
But just know, when it comes with Jay, you'll get it in time for next year's Comic-Con.
I don't know. Some guy was nice enough to give Jay this, vintage multiverse Robin that he had a spare of.
I did.
It was me. I sent you a Robin.
Oh, you did. That's right. Yes.
No, but I would pay you if you picked it up.
Really? Yeah.
That's a great
I
Robin,
won't
though.
buy anything for myself, but I will get you something, Chris. I'll get whoever needs whatever. I got you.
Okay, I have a list.
Yeah, sound off now what you need.
Yeah,
I will caveat it with if it's like feasible. If I get there every time and the line's like wrapped around, it's hours long. Like, I love you, but no, I don't want to do that. Relatively painless, I will do it.
The artist of Phantasm Toys, which is an amazing line of independent toy line, by the way, that I hope everyone does check out. Mr. Beducci is here. I want a shirt that just says I'm a Batman. I'm a Bat multi-craft. I dig that too. Awesome. Yes. Actually, I gotta message him. I sent out a package for him. I got him some Ghostbusters crew gear. I got it sent back to me last week. It went, it was like gone for like a month.
Return to sender.
Yeah, and it came back, but it was like there's a thing on it that said, I guess I wrote something in wrong for the address, because they were like, yeah, that doesn't exist. And I was like, oh.
Maybe it's haunted.
Maybe it's haunted. That's beside the point. We'll talk about this later. I was gonna make sure we get your address again. We're gonna talk. Hey, let's air out some of our personal dirty laundry while we're here talking about superpower. No, I'm just kidding. We're not. All right, let's. Yeah. All right. We talked about this
before we move on.
Oh, okay.
How do we think Black Manta goes into that ship? I'm not seeing any doors on there.
He slides into the
hatch underneath that opens up and he slides out.
Does he just clip up under it?
Like, the vehicles have been good for having gimmicks too, so I'm kind of wondering.
They're not really showing any other side. That's a bold move to do a Kickstarter where you don't even really show the thing from like
all right,
any other angle but
there's
one.
No video, there's no nothing. It's just like, here's a list. It's like, yeah, it's a vehicle.
Here's my guess.
Superpowers stuff or something.
There's a hatch at the bottom that shoves him out, and they're like, it's diving action.
Yeah, right? I was wondering that.
That'd be cool.
That'd be kind of fun.
It should squirt water. It should like squirt a little bit of water.
But it goes underwater. Squirt air.
You know what? This would be a good. You could customize this into like if like Ray Fillet had like a Dark Knight Returns style, or no Nightfall style. Jean-Paul Valley version.
That sounds like a Mondo Safubi exclusive if I've ever heard one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or it goes Hobgoblin, Green Goblin, and he rides it like a glider.
This could be a good Goblin glider thing.
But for water.
Yeah. All right.
Let's
I love
take
that clarifier. But water.
For water.
I do. It is hilarious. We're kind of joking how this is the redheaded stepchild of McFarlane's offerings, but yeah, just like here's just one picture, one angle. Take it or leave it, nerds.
Take it or right.
Yeah, kind of.
Like there's
not even like a render rotating, like
any GIF or something.
No, you have to pay for those. Those are NFTs in Toddland. Okay, so you can't be doing that. Giving that shit away for free now. All right.
What's the blockchain on that? I also feel like doing this package, like you can either get it with the figures or get it with the vehicle. Like that also feels like they're like getting data. It's like, well, did the vehicles with the figures sell better than just the vehicles themselves? It's like,
right.
It's a canary in a coal mine, but we still can't have a black canary.
Right. Christopher Negri's here. Thank you for being here. Yeah. Is the Bat multi-craft a water vehicle? It depends on your imagination that day.
Yeah. It could be that.
It's a multi-vehicle.
It's a multi-vehicle. Did you want to go in the snow? Sure.
Yeah.
Why not? It looks like some
scale a mountain.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like it could be something out of it looks like a Superpowers version of what we saw in Batman and Robin.
Yeah.
Like the Joel Schumacher one. Right?
Yeah.
Like it could be that too. It could be whatever you want.
It could be anything. It's a multi-craft.
Yeah.
It's
pretty cool.
That's gonna be my answer to everything now. It's just like, what do you want it to be? The cantina? No, it's a multi-craft. That's why it doesn't have a floor. Do you want to sit on water? Let it sit on water. Right.
Ryan, you should put the center bar from your cantina on top of this Bat multi-craft and just put it.
And then you have a floor. Be really nice.
Hey, you didn't give me a floor, so this is gonna have to do. Thanks, Hasbro.
By the way, I don't think I've told you yet, Doell. Congratulations on getting your thing back. Your cantina.
You know what? I do deserve a huge congratulations. I pushed that thing so damn hard.
Yeah, dude,
you did it.
You that pushed it across the finish line.
Yeah.
For sure.
So thank you. Even though when it first started, you and Hatter tore that thing down like it was an old building, and you wanted to put up a new building and charge, $3,000 a month for rent. That's how you guys treated it. So
they were the Sith and you were the Jedi.
Yeah, man. Jeez,
many a cheeseburger screamed out in anger.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But you know what's so funny is I can't do this. I gotta save for Ghostbusters. I'm budgeting. I was doing really good on not buying things, and then
you know what my trick was to getting that cantina?
What?
They announced it in March, and as soon as they announced they were doing a HasLab in March, without even knowing what it was, I started saving, putting money aside, just in case it was something I wanted. So then I was ready and prepared. I didn't want, like, all of a sudden, like, it happened. I didn't put the money aside. And next thing you know, a Batmobile from Hot Toys is showing up at my door. Gotta be ready.
What's wild is I thought I did like the monthly payment thing, and then I look back, I was like, oh, I didn't do that. God, Jay, you idiot.
Pass Jay. Ugh.
Whew, that is rough though. All right, we are going to quickly move on. There is like a lot of other like DC news. So, Chris and Jay, you are welcome to stay if you want. I know, Jay, you got to go to bed.
So I have to go back. I have to finish packing. I haven't packed yet. We're leaving first thing in the morning. So.
Dude, you're going to San Diego. Okay, first off, you're going to a Comic-Con. You don't even need to change your clothes. You can just go there and be smelly, and no one will judge you.
Whatever.
Yeah, you can just be smelly nerd.
It's going to be hot in San Diego too. Alex, are you going to be there? I'm going to see you there.
Yeah, yeah, yep.
Awesome. We're gonna have a party and
wait, why are you leaving tomorrow? It's not till next week, you crazy man.
I am from there. I have family there, so I usually go see family and spend time with them before Comic-Con.
That's awesome.
That's
the guy from Geek Dad Life wants to talk to his family.
Yeah. So I guess he doesn't stream every day. Are you gonna stream from San Diego?
Yeah, you're doing it with me Sunday.
That's what I was like. Yeah, I was like, how are you gonna set that up? You know what? Don't tell me. I want to be surprised.
From the hotel, probably. But
yeah, I guess. Well, I thought maybe you were staying with family because you can't afford the hotel anymore because you bought a Batmobile.
There's my toy budget, which is separate from our actual real family budget. So I only screwed myself over. The family, my income goes to the family.
So here's my. You know what? We're gonna have this conversation on After Dark next week.
Okay.
It's gonna be, what are your new plans for Comic-Con exclusives?
I don't have any now. I'm not getting anything. I'm not buying.
And we got to talk about that.
I have to see. I have to see what's there. And,
hey, do you need to sell me another Secret War?
Nah. I mean, I wasn't gonna buy much of anything anyway, so this just reinforces, Jay, you can't go, hog wild, which is fine.
You know what?
Good for me.
$300, I'll buy your Cyborg, and then you got $300.
That's not just my budget's been eaten up. That's all. But Alex, I mean, you guys aren't selling any Mondo. I mean, you're showing, hopefully, maybe, I have no idea, but you're not selling them at Comic-Con, right? So I'm not gonna
hang on.
Okay, I'm okay for right now.
Are you? Let's go through this for one hot second. For those who don't know, Alex works at Mondo. We usually save this for the the end of the show where I kind of do the plugs and stuff.
Colleen doesn't know about this Batmobile thing, so everyone can we just get on the down there.
Dude, he's been on my phone this whole time. At all times. So again, unless you're buying, are you buying a
I was cherry blossom curious, but that one is now off the table.
You're cherry picking from cherry blossom to cherry picking.
That's it, dude. So for anyone who doesn't know, there's I have the link in the description below. So this will take you right to Mondo. This is where they're going to have all their daily exclusives throughout Comic-Con.
And some are online, some are at the booth.
Right. So, and it's going to be a bloodbath for this Pool Party X-Men.
Oh my God, dude. I know.
Peter's already on. He's on Toys. He's like, I got you. He's never gotten me once. I don't trust him. At the same time, I'm like, if I don't get this, I am going to be knocking.
Yeah, I don't know exactly how it works. I'm going to get us this poster.
Okay.
How one way or the other? I'm gonna get us this.
It has to happen. It has to happen. But no, Alex, you have an exclusive up, and which is also going to be up on Wednesday. You have X-Men 97. Yeah. You could say 80s Cyclops, Konami Cyclops, whichever side. Pride of the X-Men Cyclops
from the 70s all the way through to today. And it's and when we were watching Pride of the X-Men, I knew this was coming. I was like, just wait. Just wait.
Just you hang tight. Again, dude, you're killing it with these, man.
Thanks, dude. And yeah, I'm so glad that we got to do this version, because I feel like X-Men, it's like it's either the Jim Lee era or it's the 80s. Like, it's like depending on like your age, what you associate with X-Men. So I'm Jim Lee personally, but I also like recognize how cool the like classic iconic looks are as well.
We have a bidding war on our hands.
Yeah, just a heads up. Thunderhausen is putting down 350 for the cyborg. If anyone wants to put 400, do I hear 400 for this cyborg?
Nope.
We're gonna get you what you want, Jay, for that cyborg. All right. Another one I do want to point out are these prints. These are also going to be at the booth. These Jim Lee, they're not lenticular.
I guess it's kind of it's sort of demonstrating it in these GIFs. There's like a little bit of a sheen to it.
Right. Both are beautiful. By the way, the Superman run of Jim Lee, I believe, gets overlooked a lot, even though I can't say it was. I was kind of expecting it to almost be the Superman version of Hush, where he just goes through his villains. He didn't. But you know what? It's like once I got over that, I actually really enjoyed this run of comics.
Yeah, he draws a heck of a Superman.
Dude, he just draws.
Yeah, right.
Like, the man is a goddamn legend. He's also going to be at Comic-Con. So, folks, if you're going to be at Comic-Con, Jay, and you go and grab this poster, $80, you should be able to at least afford that after a Batmobile. You can go and then get this signed by Jim Lee. Dude. Dude, if you were a real dad who loves his kids and loves his family.
Wait, what do they care? They don't give a. I mean, listen, I agree. Jim Lee's legend. But my kids don't give two shits who Jim Lee is.
Then whose fault is that?
Yeah.
Who's raising them?
You know what? My parents got me a signed Spider-Man print signed by Stan Lee, because that's what parents do for their kids.
Actually, you know what? My parents did the same thing. I didn't realize
I was failing in this area.
My parents also got me a Spider-Man print signed by Spider-Man. By Stan Lee.
Ryan, I think that your parents maybe didn't tell you that whole.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna get Jay's kids
signed by Spider-Man.
I'm gonna do
Hold on. Can I just say, I did as a kid. My dad took me to the mall, and there was a guy dressed up as Wolverine there, who probably, I mean, it was, this is the early 90s, so it wasn't the best of cosplay. And then
just a hairy guy with knives.
Pretty much. And I remember his claws were like these little plastic claws that didn't look.
Oh no.
They were forks from the food court.
It was very, but again, like, little kid, I love Wolverine. And we got this beautiful Wolverine in like brown suit. It's actually a pretty collectible poster, and he signed it in a gold Sharpie pin. And I still have that poster at my grandparents' house. So I got to get that.
That's amazing. I think that's one thing I need to do. Next time I go to Disneyland, I'm going to get things signed by like Captain America and Iron Man and Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just going to do it. Like,
I hope the Spider-Man signature is like Peter and then it's crossed out and then Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
That would be so good. That would actually be a lot of fun to do that. Getting like signed by them. Because people do that with Disney princesses all the time. Like, I know the people who do characters, because of course, like Lexi, who I can't, like, she's just so goddamn busy with like 2 jobs and 2 kids. She can't like get on this goddamn show. But like when she was a Disney princess, like even when she was friends with other characters, she had to learn all the signatures for all these different characters. And I was like, that's intense.
Wow.
When I was a kid, and I used to, because we live pretty close to Disneyland, we'd go as like it wasn't that big of a deal to go to Disneyland. And that was the thing. That was the thing I did. I had an autograph book, and then I would just try to get autographs from all the different characters. And
God, I did.
And there'd be rare ones, because sometimes what are the 2 people from Pinocchio, the fox and the cat guy? I don't know what they're called, but
they're human traffickers.
It's fox and cat.
Yeah, Fox and Cat, and I got their autograph, and he just they didn't even say their name. They just said like they had a whole signature of like good fellow long or
Best
something.
wishes.
Yeah, and
Best wishes.
yeah, and
Keep
watch
your nose clean.
Watch your kids.
yeah, it was very I don't know, like, oh my god, I've never seen I got their autograph. It was a lot of fun.
See, God, okay. Once the X-Men start showing up, I'm totally doing it. Speaking of X-Men, we got Colossus as Juggernaut. This is back from like what did I say? 2013, 2014 run of X-Men.
Yeah, that sounds right.
This is around when they were doing X-Men versus Avengers. This is now like we're at high peak MCU. Avengers is the best thing ever. So now, of course, they have to show their dominance by getting their asses kicked by the X-Men in the comics. So this is right. I can't remember if this is right before or right after they were starting to like cancel Fantastic Four.
Yeah, this is like
Wolverine.
the Utopia. This is like the tail end of the Utopia era.
Right. So they haven't quite killed everybody off yet because I think it was around 2015, 2016.
The end of volume 1 of Uncanny X-Men.
God,
but yeah, I'm so glad that we got to do the Colossus version of, and again, shout out to Tommy Hodges who designed and sculpted this. He loves Juggernaut and Apocalypse and all those like big X characters. So like, you know, he does such a great job with them. And yeah,
what a perfect format for that character too.
Yeah,
it is. It really is. And like even, you know, you were watching Toy Anxiety, Alex, and you know we had Attack Peter on. Attack Peter in a total Attack Peter fashion is like, oh, we got more coming, but I'm not going to look at the screen as you guys guess because he's got the worst poker face. He learned that with me the first time he was on the show. Because I guess two of the things like, well, you know, it's like it's gonna be this and it's gonna have this color palette. I'm like, oh, it's this. And he like his whole face just like dropped, and he's like, what color palette haven't we done? And I was like, it's this.
My tactic is I just no matter what, just go.
Yeah, well, that's the best tactic. You're good. You're good to go. But I do want to talk about this because it is comic book related. It's everything related.
Oh man, yeah, isn't this so freaking cool?
This Ninja Turtle print is unreal.
Look at that. Look at all. I mean, look at all of it. But like, look at that Casey Jones, that April O'Neil, that Splinter. Look at the angle.
Dude, look at Rat King.
Yeah,
Rat King.
Dude, that's not quite a sexy Rat King.
Yeah, it's not sexy Rat King for sure.
Are you kidding me? Right?
It's what's on the inside that matters.
But hey, my favorite and yours, Ace Duck made this print.
Yeah.
Right?
Yo, I'm all about Ace Duck.
Oh, same here, man. He's my favorite character in Ninja Turtles. If I was a Ninja Turtle, they say, which one of the four brothers are you? I'd be like Ace Duck. That's who I would be. Beautiful stuff. Aaron Conley.
So good.
Is Aaron Conley going to be there?
Oh, I don't know. I hope so.
I hope so. Because again, Jay, you could get this for $100. So far you're spending $180.
I'm not.
Prince.
I'm not.
Listen, hey, stop acting like that. Your wife has money. She'll be more than happy to buy that for. I'll talk to Colleen today.
No, I don't need you talking.
I'll be like, hey, your husband is poor and sad. Help him out. Otherwise, he's not.
I'm fine. I don't want any sympathy or anything. I'm fine.
Poor Jay, everyone.
And that's
just
fine.
one Batmobile.
Just for the price of a coffee a day.
Yeah,
Jay can buy these prints.
Everyone, please help out Jay Gladfelter.
I don't need anything. It's just
it's depressing. Okay, don't get us copyrighted. You guys are too good at that. All right. I do have to give a shout out to Peter too. He's got he does have a print, right? His Mecha Godzilla, right? Lionel cut
to go with the Mecha Godzilla soft vinyl that we did.
That you did as well, correct? Saturday, Jim Rugg is doing some prints. Come on.
Yeah, look at the Powerpuff Girls in like a Kirby style. It's crazy.
Love it, right? John Romita Jr., who I think is also going to be at the con, right? Uncanny X-Men 300. Let's do
Yeah.
it. Here's your cherry curious.
Like, these
Jay,
are
I don't
cool,
think that
right?
was the
Like
right
I
term.
didn't
Oh,
I
yeah,
didn't know
very-
about I hadn't seen those two variants of Godzilla and Kong, and I think they look sick.
Yes. Don't make poor Jay have to sell his guitar to buy this print. Come on, I'm nicer than that. Andrews, Gady's Toys, right? Team Samurai Jack. Let's scroll down, right?
Yeah.
Dave Johnson,
So
beautiful.
cool.
This is great too. This Adventure Time print. Like, this makes me want to do drugs. Like, I just want to like do a bunch of mushrooms and stare at the wall. Like, that's
Or just look at this poster.
To paraphrase Jon Stewart, but have you seen it on weed?
yeah, right. Right. Do drugs, be gay, do crime. That's what this makes me want to do. Right? Like, I love it. And again, this
Oh
one
my
too.
god, dude. Yeah, this is the other one.
So
that
this is
have
another
to find a way to get.
yes.
I mean,
please.
that moment is one of my sexual awakenings. So
Oh, dude, I think this has damaged us for the rest of our lives. The
Improved us. I want to say.
I don't know, man. I feel like this is set it's like unrealistic expectations of women, not in terms of how they look, but how they should act. And
no, you just early in the dating, you show them this movie, you say like that's what
that's
unlock-
it. If you can't commit to this bit, if you can't Dan Larson this Catwoman, then we can't be dating.
I've been disappointed in life with the lack of gymnastic horny women.
Yeah.
Just hanging around all the time committing crime.
Hey, you know what? The Acolyte has served us some of that.
It's true.
So we're doing okay there.
We just watched it, by the way, the finale.
Hey, hot take. I liked it, and I thought it stuck the landing.
Oh.
I need more.
I liked it.
Oh,
It's
here we
definitely
go.
it is a take, and I appreciate it for that the take that it is.
Right. That I like it. I enjoyed it. I ended up really enjoying it.
But yeah, there's a lot of really good stuff, but it is definitely doing something, and I appreciate that a lot.
Yeah, sometimes I'm doing the same thing where I'm like, okay, and I just shrug and just go, okay, let's just roll with it. Let's just roll with these pages, and let's just do it. But there needs to be more people bathing and more people watching people bathe. There needs to be more share.
Good place. Holy schmoly.
Yeah, like holding lightsabers together.
Yeah, talk about sexual awakening. Good.
Jesus Christ. Like, well, even the last episode, they're both like holding the saber, and I'm like, yeah, here we go. These two are gonna make out. And
I wasn't ready for Darth Bortles, but here we are.
Yeah, right? Jeez, man. It was great. I loved it. It had the right, like, it finally kind of had the horniness that Star Wars has been lacking since, like, you know, the original trilogy. Well, no, the prequels had it too.
Yeah.
We had a lot of shirtless Hayden walking around, panting, sweating, nightmares, right? Like
Padme's
sand
riff thing.
Yeah, right. And so now it's kind of like, okay, we're back, baby. Let's like, oh, maybe Kylo Ren, like they were kind of force timing each other when he was in the shower.
Force timing,
right? Like that's
they were foresting.
Right. So here we go, talking about Star Wars again on the comic book show. But anyways, Dan Hipp, Batman Returns poster.
I love the little mistletoe, the deadly
emoji
in his mind. Yeah.
With the Max Shrek cat on it. It's dude, this is so good. Again, Alex, if you score 2, just let me know.
Oh yeah, dude, I'm gonna try. I'll do everything.
Pull your weight. Tap. What do they call that when you're a cop? A flash 10. Flash some 10. Let them know who you are. Let them know there wouldn't even be a booth here if it wasn't for me.
I like this Peanuts kite poster. I love that one.
Yeah.
So I learned that this is a hot thing at Mondo. The Peanuts prints.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Like,
they're awesome.
Like, the Charles Schultz prints. The collectors are as hardcore as any one of us with the stuff that we love.
Yeah, we've done quite a few of these, and yeah, they're super cool.
I think it's great. I love that Super 7's been doing Peanuts figures.
Yeah.
I love this. Hey, you know what? Peanuts is a comic. We can talk about it all we want. But I know I do love it. I love these old prints. I think they're great. Speaking of comics, guys, there's a lot of comic news today as well. We're not really gonna. I don't know if we're gonna get into predictions.
Go pack, by the way.
Oh right,
nice
yeah.
try. Nice try. So what we're gonna do?
Chris, have a good evening. It was awesome to finally stream with you. Oh yes, I found. That's the poster. I have a picture of the poster with the autograph. I was trying to find that, but I couldn't find it.
Hey, do you have this still?
Yeah, I have the poster with like because I went by JJ back then, so it was like 2
Oh,
from
okay.
Wolverine.
So you're taking this. You're
Wolverine.
packing this. Do you know why you're packing this?
It's still flat packed on the cardboard, so that's why I haven't brought it from California.
Oh, so it's in California.
Yeah, it's in It's in LA.
Oh, dude, you don't even need to pack it. Okay, go get it. Art Adams is going to be at.
But it's in LA. It's in LA. I can't just. That's a long ways away from San Diego.
Shut up, Jay. You are like how long is San Diego away? Like what? 15 minutes?
No, with traffic, it's like 5-6 hours. I can't.
And you're there, dude. It's a week away. You have time to drive.
I'll be there. I'll be in LA in September, so I'll probably just get it.
Yeah, but Art Adams isn't going to be there when.
Yeah, you got to get signed by Wolverine
you got to get signed
and
by
Art Adams.
Yeah, dude, that's a big deal.
That's not gonna happen. I don't have time.
Yes, you do. You make the time.
It's not that long if there's no traffic, but there's always traffic, especially Comic-Con time. It's just
look at
can
this.
Someone
right?
mail it to you?
Come on, LA to San Diego, 5 hours, 4 hours if you're Quip. Come on.
You got a couple days, just a little chunk at a time.
Yeah.
I would if I could. I don't think it's gonna.
Oh, dude, you have to do it. And here's the best part.
Art Adams will be at other things, right? I'll have another chance, maybe.
What's the no? Because the rally thing is happening during San Diego, right?
But I just killed him. I killed Art Adams.
Don't you dare! Don't even joke about that.
I'm not. I'm just saying. Whatever.
So mad. Don't you dare! I love Art Adams. Okay, Jay, if you gotta go, and you don't want to talk about Superman. And you don't want to.
I love you all though. Alex and Doell, I think are you both joining on Sunday? Is that the plan? So you'll see us there, I guess. Or Doellers, you're doing it, right?
Yeah. Do you want to come on to Geek Dad Life on Sunday?
Hell yeah, I'd love to.
Yeah, let's do it.
Come hang out.
If you'll have me.
I guess so.
Yeah.
Well, no, Doell was like, we'll invite everybody. We'll invite Ryan Ting and Alex and whatever. And I was like, okay, yeah, sure, that's fine. Invite everybody.
Yeah, let's do it. And everyone just give us it's Comic-Con early. You're gonna get all the big reveals on Sunday. You don't even have to wait for the con.
It's the Comic Con before the storm.
Ooh.
Alex, God, you're good.
This is what I have to compete with Jay every week.
Yeah, that's whenever he's on my show. It's just like he's
banger.
That title, write it down now so you're ready.
Calm. Are we doing con or calm before?
I think calm. I don't know. I leave that up to your discretion.
That's
all right, gentlemen. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
All right, have a good night, Jay. Safe travels. All right, thank God. Okay, let's do it.
And then there were three.
All right, I want to talk about some quick Superman news. First off, they were in Cincinnati filming this week. This is also in Cincinnati. So
Pompeii?
I was going to bring up Pompeii. Well, you got to remember, this is a museum, right? In Cincinnati. But I mean, and look how beautiful that museum is, right? Nicely, beautiful lit, beautiful architecture, right? This is the stuff that we live for. But we also know it a lot to be this. And this is what the
Justice League has to be somewhere.
So, I mean, that's the building that the Hall of Justice was based off of. So I'm assuming we're going to see the Hall of Justice and Superman.
And it's
If I
taken
wasn't
this
already
long for them to put it in one of these movies.
Oh my god, dude! Yeah. That I have been saying that since like I remember working on Batman v Superman and being like, "Hey, are they going to use the Hall of Justice?"
Yeah,
Like,
it actually exists, and they
Like
have
it actually exists.
filmed
People
it.
are like, "What?" And I had to like do the schooling of like, yeah, like there's even a play set of this thing, and I have it. It's the best. You know, it's
mean,
just like
God bless James Gunn for coming in and getting it done.
getting it done, right? Right. Yes. Yes, Christopher. It is. Right. And yes, Davy Sockrocker, it is based off a real place. And yes, Quip. Whoa, that is real. Right. Thunderhausen. Right. Cincinnati Union Station. That's what. Thank you. And that's exactly what that is. Christopher Negri as well in Cincinnati. WKRP. Trust me, since I saw they were filming in Cincinnati, I haven't had that. I've had that song stuck in my head the whole time. I love it. It's just off Kenner Street. And you know what, Tony Johnson? If that's true, you know what? I don't care if it's not true.
Yeah,
I want that to be true. Don't
let it
ruin
be
this for me.
true.
Yeah. But I just wanted to bring this up because I just think this is like super exciting. Pun intended. Pun intended. I love that. And speaking of Superman, we found out today there was a big thing about DC All In, which we'll get right into next. But what to me was really exciting was Dan Mora, who's been the artist on World's Finest since it began.
Yeah.
That's really put him on the map. And he's probably one of the best superhero modern artists. He's got his classic look.
He's so good.
He's so good.
He's somewhere. He's like Jose Garcia Lopez by way of Jim Lee.
By the way
DC
of
right
Mike
now.
Marengo.
Yeah, I could see that definitely.
A little bit, right? Like with the
I also
trying to think of what I'm thinking of.
He's not near as broad, but I kind of get a little like Ed McGuinness from this.
a little bit.
Right.
He's
kind of like the best of every artist.
Yeah,
right.
Even a little like Greg Capullo, and so it's kind of the way he does the mouths and stuff sometimes. Like,
and he can lay out a page like George Perez. He's like the ultimate student.
yeah.
Right. It's incredible. I'm just happy to see that he just has work. I'm a little bummed out that he's going to be off the bat, like with not be drawing Batman as much.
Yeah.
But for now, we just learned also today that I didn't put any art on here. Everyone should go look him up on Instagram. Chris Samsey.
Is it Samney?
Samney. Sorry, you're right. Samney. He does Battober every year for the last 5 years, and it always has me going, why isn't this man doing Batman comics? Well, guess what? He's now going to be on Batman comics finally. It is very exciting.
And it's because he's on Batman and Robin Year One, right? That's
right.
What you're talking about?
Yes.
And it's so perfect. It is just classic. It reminds me kind of like the Marcos Martin, like Robin Year One and Batgirl Year One. But it also has like kind of a Darwin Cook style to it, a little Bruce Timm. Like it is just perfect.
He's another guy,
like 90s Batman comics. Like
he's like another like student of the masters,
Yeah.
Like he's so good, and it's and I think that's like another good artist that I love who does very Silver Age style work. Doc Shaner.
Yes, that's
right.
Yeah.
And he's another one too where I'm just like I could just watch you draw DC characters forever.
Right? I wouldn't be mad if I got a print though of that Batman and Robin Year One cover.
Yes, I should have saved it. I didn't. I kind of lost track of time, and I was kind of like, oh shit. And I was like, but again, he's great. Dan Moore, congratulations.
The way he draws that classic Robin costume, he makes it really work. Like it doesn't. It looks realistic, but it also looks like kind of updated. It's cool. Like
it is cool. And this Superwoman design, it totally looks like something out of The Flash recently, but at the same time, I'm all,
the Superwoman's great.
I got to catch up on because I only have the first trade of that Superman that just came out with everyone's got their matching jackets.
Yeah.
and they introduced the twins. So you're going to introduce one more super person into all of this. So I'm kind of curious, like, are they completely rebooting it again where like half these characters don't exist?
Could this be Lois Lane?
Oh.
I know we've seen her as Superwoman before. But
right. Now that you said that,
they're
I
like,
see the red on top.
and we're not going to say who this Superwoman is, but it could be Lois Lane looking at
You
her.
could have just gotten a super suit.
Well,
Yeah.
look at remember what she wore in All-Star, and it has like the red on the top above the S, and that's what she's got here. So good eye.
It's a great costume. It also looks like he's like Dan Moore is drawing Superman a little differently. Like he kind of like the face, like it looks like he sort of revised his
style a little bit
there. Yeah, which is cool.
It looks great. It does look great. The Thunderhausen Samney is a modern Alex Toth, and that's a good shout.
Oh yeah, that's well, and that's too, like, because like the pictures they've showed so far are black and white, and I wonder if is the book going to be black and white, because like I feel like the color treatment is going to be very important for that book.
I don't know. I'm so curious. Well, we're gonna like, I think there's a big, you know how like they do preview little booklets that are free when you do previews and stuff like that. They just did one for X-Men, I think, last month, with like concept designs and interviews with the artists and writers and all that kind of stuff. I love those things, by the way, because they're always great and they're wonderful and I love them, and they're free. Come on. But there's going to be one for DC All In. I think it's coming out next week, Wednesday. So everyone keep your eyes out for that. I might have to go run to the comic shop on Wednesday that day.
I was looking at all the DC panels at Comic-Con. Like there's so much. I mean, we're going to get our first look at like the Creature Commandos cartoon. Like it's just
Batman, Cape Crusader. Hang on, we'll go over that list. We're gonna let's just talk about All In for one hot second, because that was the big announcement today. They did a whole like 10-minute video with Scott Snyder and Joshua Williamson, talking about their thing they've been working on behind the scenes for 2 years, which when you think about it, that's a long time. So this is their next big event that's going to be happening this fall. I know you see an Omega sign. It has nothing to do with Kenny Omega. I know it's called All In. It's got nothing to do with
I'm
AEW.
just excited that the Trinity is joining All Elite Wrestling.
Yeah. Bruce Wayne is All Elite. God, someone help me make these graphics, please. Right. I would. This is great. And again, too, everyone they're kind of showing on here, because I think this is like they're doing the left side here with emo cut hair Superman. We'll get into that in a second, how I feel about these designs. But anyways, these
are you all in or not?
I don't. Well, I'm going in with an open mind, but my first guttural reaction, I'll get into it in a hot second. So on the left there, you're going to see the Trinity. That's going to be from their Ultimate. They're like, I guess, the DC version of the Ultimate Comics, which I think this might be their 6th or 7th attempt at it.
Right.
But they're calling it the Absolute. Right, DC Absolute.
Yes.
Yeah.
Looking up synonyms for ultimate.
Yeah, they were like, someone toss me the thesaurus. It's kind of what happened there. And then of course, then you got your main line on the right. So those comics are not going anywhere. Those are going to continue. And that's the ones where we're going to see, you know, the Dan Mora Superman is going to be on that side of the fence.
Yeah.
Right.
Cool.
So they showed us what the Trinity is going to look like in their new designs and duds. This one,
I
was
don't
like,
understand.
Beefcake.
Well, okay, I don't mind the beefcake. I don't mind the size. I'll be honest. I love hang on, let me shrink that down just a little second there. I love the size of the horns. There's this weird Tim Sale look to it, mixed with John Romita Jr., mixed with Dark Knight. Frank Miller. Oh my God! Don't forget Legends.
The logo is total Frank Miller.
What logo? It's a
It's
a Lego brick.
Abstracted. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I really have to stretch my imagination to see a bat. in that. That was my first gut reaction. Not so much like the bat wings cape, not a cape clips, because it looks like there's more of the cape pouring in the back, like ink.
Oh no, I just realized McFarlane's going to use this to use like the Kilowog buck to give us a Superpowers Batman of this.
You are not wrong. That is happening. That is happening. There's going to be 6 of these in the multiverse line. Gold label, gold, platinum, drawing board label Batman. It's going to
Sketch edition, Frostbite.
Yep. Oh my gosh. Right. NFTs, you name it. We're getting it. I like the wraps. I don't know. I like the wraps in the arms. Like I said, there's stuff that I like on this, but this also has me going, okay, calm down. You don't have to write or say any sad comments. Let's just wait for the series to come out.
Yeah.
And I'll see how it's like when it looks more dynamic. Maybe I'll get it.
There's no wrong way to Batman.
This one might be. Only because the symbol looks like Wile E. Coyote slapped a hole in a mountain. Right? Like that's what it looks like.
But I mean, that's like, so that's what I love about, or what I like about the pitch for this all in thing, is that it's like the ideas, they're like not afraid to like go in a crazy different direction with it. It's like the ideas, right? That like, that's what Scott Snyder was saying, is that like yeah, that's good. Yeah. But yeah, the idea is that like, yeah, that the creators should feel like unencumbered to just like do what they feel is right for these characters. Like,
right.
And it's bold. It's like, I appreciate the boldness of it.
See, that's why I'm kind of going in this with like, I'm going to grab issue 1 and I'm going to get a feel for it and probably grab the trade. Cause I am curious.
Yeah. The longer I stare at this, the more fan theories pop in my head. So there could be something here, you know?
Yep.
Because like, we don't even know if this is Bruce Wayne, right? Like, it's like it's a completely alternate.
They said this could be any, like they could go any, like the sky's it's only, like they said, it's only limited to their imagination. It might not be who and what you think, because they're doing that right now with the Ultimates in Marvel, right? Like, did you see I should have got a photo of that too. That was announced yesterday. It looked really cool. They're doing a Native American or First Nations American Hawkeye for the Ultimate series.
Cool.
And he looks fantastic. He looks super cool. And I was like, oh man, I love Clint. Clint's my boy. He's always going to have a space in my heart, but I'm going to open up a space, just a little special one for this new Hawkeye, because I really love the design. And I should have put that up. But anyways, anyone go check out the Ultimates news that came out yesterday.
Is this I didn't read the press. Is this Nick Dragata on the art here?
I believe so, because like they quickly talked about the artists. Of course, the artist got like a blip, and then everyone posted these pictures. I kept all these news sites. They did not credit the artist on any of this.
Oh yeah, I only bring it up because I took an art class that was taught by Nick Dragata once. Oh, he's awesome. He's great.
That's cool. The next one is Superman, darker, like almost like a navy blue, almost black suit. He puts that hair swoop in front of his face, like Tobey Maguire in Spider-Man 3. Again, this is where I feel like, old man, get off my lawn, don't touch my Superman. And this happens all the time, except for like, it's weird. Electric blue Superman, yeah, I'm down for that. Hair in front of his face, I'm not buying it.
Was this like Timothy Chalamet Superman?
Yeah,
you don't understand. I'm the only person from my planet. You don't get me.
Yeah, you don't.
Whoa, Chris, did you just become like deep and mysterious?
Right. Wow. Chris got hot. Right. This is a Superman. Like the S actually stands for Simple Plan, because that's his favorite thing. Oh, that was good. I'm proud of myself on that one. Again, I'm going to go in with an open mind. Again, the art does look fantastic, regardless of the shit I'm talking.
I like his like hot gauntlets. Like that's very mysterious.
Yeah,
I want to know what that's about.
Is it like an energy effect? Who knows?
Yes, you know. Also, Todd is like foaming at the mouth to make this toy, right? Like
he's ready for 2/3 of these.
correct. Let's go to the one he's not ready
yeah.
for, but the rest of us want toys of this one the most, more than the other two, and we'll never get it. This Wonder Woman,
That is sick. That's
is-
awesome.
dude. I can hear metal and synthwave. Like this should be animated by the people who did heavy metal in in the 80s.
Yeah, you can picture this thing like flying, right?
Right? Like you can feel the rotoscope animation, you know, when she tosses her lasso. This is
What is it?
Amazing.
What's she riding? Is that a horse?
but it's a skeleton horse with wings. Dude, this might be the greatest thing ever. And she's got tattoos? Oh, come on, man.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure Harry Potter could see those.
Yeah. Right? She's going to Mordor on this thing. Like, but I am all for this.
Who's the artist on this?
Yeah, they did. I tried to look it up. Right again,
Yeah.
I shouldn't have been doing it. Trying to look it up like 10 minutes before
I
the
didn't
show.
look it up. Yeah.
But I was like, again, they don't put the signatures on, and again, nobody was like, so frustrating. Anyways, this is great.
Yeah.
I love this. I love this design. I am 100% picking up this book first weekend.
It's like it's like New 52 energy again. Like if you remember, like I just remembered like the excitement of that, of like trying out books again. It's like, oh, I've never read like Frankenstein, and the like I'll try it out. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like Rebirth didn't really like have that for me. I feel like it always felt like kind of confusing, but this feels like a good kind of like, I mean, like Scott Snyder said, it's like if it's meant to be kind of like a jumping on point, and it's like not burdened by continuity and burdened by the weight of having to replace what came before it, you know, right? It's like,
right.
this, maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Like, let's figure it out. Let's be all in.
But we didn't burn the boats that got us here this time.
Right.
Yeah, we've got the most perfect Dan Mora Superman that just looks like everything you want Superman to be in one image. Like, yeah, you got that. Like,
right. Dude, I'm so, hey, when I was, because we were out last week, and I forgot to mention this too. I picked up that Tom King Wonder Woman trade.
oh, cool.
Dude, I started it. It's so good. But I love Wonder Woman. I'm a huge fan of this character. My friend Jasmine introduced me to this character like when we were teenagers, and she was just like, I'm obsessed with George Perez. Like she was like, she was getting like, we're now getting at that age in your teenage years when you're like, well, I'm going to step outside my regular comfort zone. And that's when she was like, this is the best. And then I started picking up back issues, and I was like, holy moly, these characters are great. But I'm excited for this. Again, like you said, New 52 vibes. It could be the wraps too. It's like she's not wearing the gauntlets, or at least what normally would be the gauntlets, right? And she's wearing a lot of red and black. The wraps, the tattoos. I am all in.
Yeah.
Right, 100%. Chris, are you picking any of these ones up? Any ones you're most excited for?
You know, of these, I think Wonder Woman would be the one I'd pick up most likely.
Right. Yeah, I think Alex, you're on the same boat.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I think, you know, Batman, definitely, Wonder Woman. I mean, may as well get all three. Like,
yeah,
may as well be all in.
Yeah, right. Because that's what I'm doing with the X-Men stuff now too. They're starting off a new launching point, which is again the perfect timing with X-Men 97 just being hot, and then of course Wolverine Deadpool coming out next week. That's bonkers to say that, but it's happening already next week. So I think they're doing a great time. July was a perfect relaunching point for X-Men for a new era. So I think September, not stepping on anyone's toes, I think this is going to be great for DC. I hope this does well for DC. I hope this gets a lot of eyes on the product, because DC is always very well known for doing like just reboots and restarts constantly. but I think enough time's gone by since the last like big Superman relaunch that I think September's given it like it's it's been over a year, so I think it's time.
And I
nice
think
shakeup.
it does kind of make sense with DC because their characters in particular feel more like archetypes. They feel more malleable. I mean, even like prior to like New 52, I mean, and granted, they had Crisis on Infinite Earths, but like I feel like they're always killing off characters and replacing them. It's like it's a new Green Lantern, it's a new Green Arrow. It's like they were always kind of refreshing the format, and like Batman and Superman have gone through all kinds of permutations. So I feel like it's a little different from Marvel, where DC doesn't. I mean, and I'm sure plenty will disagree, but I feel like DC doesn't need to be so like indebted to its continuity.
I agree. Lexi said the best thing I've ever heard, and she said DC reboots, Marvel retcons.
Yeah. Yeah, that's well put.
Right. And I think, and she hit that nail on the head, because like they'll go on to like Amazing Spider-Man 1000. They'll be like, that's all the same continuity. Okay, but they've like retconned so much stuff, and over and over. And I'm ready for another Spider-Man retcon, at any point in time.
Yeah.
And X-Men too, right? That's why we have X-Men. Doesn't like the continuity all kind of exists, but it's all still like we look at X-Men through eras.
Right.
And with Spider-Man, we look at it through creator runs. Right?
Yeah.
Like we sit there and we'll.
Yeah, I mean it's all about like artist writer teams, really, because also like these characters get to be so old at a certain point where you're like, wait, is like is Cyclops still supposed to be like 30?
Yeah, right. Right, yeah,
like 60 years of adventures have happened.
Well, the truth with DC, even though they reboot, they recreate, they reshape, at the end of the day, there's still those core pieces there.
Yeah,
kind of the illusion of change sometimes.
Yeah,
I'm with. Yeah, correct. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. Randall Guzik's coming in with the info for us, so thank you very much, Randall. Thank you for popping in here too. Absolute Wonder Woman by Kelly Thompson. By the way, she's a great writer. So this is definitely in good hands. And Hayden Sherman. Absolute Superman by Jason Aaron. Again, Jason Aaron is one of those guys who's well known, I think, for Thor.
I loved
that's the right Jason Aaron, right?
Oh yeah, I think so. I loved his Wolverine and the X-Men when Wolverine's like the headmaster. Like that was such a great
stuff
book.
Right. And with Rafa Sandoval, right? Am I saying that right? And Thunderhausen, thank you. Absolute Batman by Snyder and Dragota.
Dragota. Yeah, Dragota. I'm really looking forward to that.
Right? Yes. Right. Thank you, Zach. Right? Aaron did an amazing Thor run. Correct. Okay. I got to make sure I'm always like. Sometimes you're like, I'm at that age now where it's just like, it's not just Jim Lee, it's not just the Image guys anymore. I got to try to remember all these names. But no, this again, DC. I just want the best for DC, man. I just want the best for DC. Yeah. They've been getting kicked while they're down for, I feel like, since the MCU has started.
Yeah.
And
and it's kind of funny when you think about reboots, right? Because this week we got Crisis on Infinite Earths Part 3 animated, which reboots that continuity, which is coming straight out of a reboot from before.
Yeah, right. But it's like let's talk about that for one hot second, because that's Kevin Conroy's last recording.
I know.
Did we all watched it, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Beautiful tribute.
So perfect. Yeah, I mean, so perfect.
Right. It's like, that's how I saw it, was just like, this is a tribute because without him, that world is done.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I saw it. It was symbolic of that. People were already in the chat, like in the comments, being like, so does this mean Batman Beyond doesn't exist? It's like, no, it does exist.
Yeah, I think he's in the movie too. Like Will Friedle is in that.
Well, that, and you can just watch it at any point in time.
But
Like,
that and having that be the line, like the last line, his die, it's amazing. It's so good.
So good. So it made me really happy, and it just warmed my heart because it's been so long, and I know fans were losing their mind being like, Kevin Conroy's last thing was the Suicide Squad game, and you have him die or whatever it is. And I was like, everyone calm down. There's still one more thing, but we didn't know what it was.
Yeah.
But we knew there was one more thing, and that was it. And it was great. And it's one of those things too that hits you extra hard because that's the world a lot of us love. That's for a lot of us, that's our Batman.
Yeah.
Even if we're introduced to it first by like 89 or Batman 66 or even in the comics, for a lot of us, that is still our Batman, is Batman animated series. So to see that world get destroyed and get going with, Kevin Conroy's last performance, it gives it that extra emotional beat, man.
Yeah.
Well, and thank goodness they had Mark Hamill there too for him.
Right. And that's Mark Hamill's last time as Joker as well, he said. So
yeah, it's interesting. I saw like some comments that people thought it didn't sound like Mark Hamill doing Joker, which I have to kind of agree with. Like I had that same thought, but I mean it must be him, right? Like,
yeah.
Well, yeah, he's in the credits. It's him. He's just put some mileage on that vocal cords.
Yeah.
Right, but even then though, it's like there's a certain there's like a kind of musicality to like the way he delivers I don't know. It's just like it's
something's off.
It's not the voice. It's not the voice because it's just there's something like I don't know. It almost feels like it was like temp. That like I like is the movie out? Like have people seen or is it just that clip?
Yeah, the movie's out.
The movie's out, but that clip is the one that no one's talking about the movie other than that clip.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm sure it's him. It's and it's a great moment. It's a just so like an awesome sort of final poignant moment.
It is. No, I'm glad you brought that up because I would have hated to miss talking about that this week and then have it be kind of forgotten because it is amazing. All right, hang on. I'm gonna go to we're just gonna do some quick San Diego chat and then we'll head on out of here. All right. Look at this. First thing that shows up on my Instagram, right? Art of Lobos. Power Girl. God damn. Dude's so good. Okay. I digest. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's find our because I put it in our chat here.
Where do you sit on Power Girl? I like when she's like a beefcake of a woman, like just a brick house.
First off, I love her. We all do, right? And it's got and it's the I like that too. I like her too when she's just like stronger when she's got like the big shoulders.
Yeah.
Right. I prefer that. Like we all know she's got big everything else, but I do like it when she's just like
kind of she-hulky. For me, it's Amanda Connor. Power Girl is like that's Power Girl to me.
Yeah, that's a great run too.
Yeah,
that she did there with her and Huntress.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and they're just like, we're kind of displaced. Hey, it's just like, yeah, I guess. And then she gets a cat, and it's great. Spoilers: she gets a cat. Let's. You know what? Marvel hasn't released a schedule yet, at least one that I haven't seen. But DC released a schedule, and there was a few things here that kind of perked our ears, Alex, I think. One of them being there's a Friday panel called Jim Lee and Friends, which if you're going, of course, you should be there to get your prints from Mondo signed.
Yeah.
Right?
Bring them to the man.
Cool. And they're doing a Harley Quinn and Kite Man, hell yeah, panel as well. Pardon me. All right, Saturday, another big day. Okay. My Adventures with Superman panel. That is a big one. What's happening in the DC multiverse?
Is that
Because-
Seinfeld? What's happening?
I
with
hope
the DC?
Seinfeld is hosting it.
What's the deal?
He likes Superman.
He
yeah.
loves Superman. So I'm
Yeah.
just like, I could totally see it happening. Now they're doing a Superman and Lois panel, which I don't know if that's based on the show or if they're just doing one on Superman and Lois.
Just in general.
In general.
I dig that.
I
Yeah.
dig that. I would
Yeah.
100% be there. I'd be first in line. This next panel is not us, believe it or not. This one's just Gotham City, not Gotham City tonight, but just Gotham City.
Gotham City this afternoon.
Gotham City. You're right. It would be. That is. Alex, I think we should try to do a panel next year.
Yeah, definitely.
If Toy Tubers Unite can have a panel,
But-
I think we could get one.
But we should do it where it's like the two of us with like a cardboard box stage in an alley somewhere.
That's yeah. A trash can and like
yeah.
it's some
Only if you guys run in from the side, like hard in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll figure that out. Maybe we can hide under the table all day,
Yeah.
just all day before
All
the con
day.
opens, and we'll be there for other people's panels, and then boom, hard in.
We'll recreate our opening theme music. Bam, ba-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da.
Yeah,
Gotta go. Girl talk.
yeah. It would be. I think that would be great. And then this is one that you have to try to get to, Alex. I hope you're managing to do this. This is on Saturday, 2:45 p.m. for an hour. What kind of panel is an hour? Well, actually, all these panels are an hour.
Yeah.
Batman, Caped Crusader.
Dude, I'm sweating. I'm like so my anxiety to get into this screening is so high. I've never done Comic-Con before. I don't know what I'm in for. I must be at this panel / screening.
Again, I think you should flash tin. Be like, I work for Mondo. I sculpt Batman. For fuck's sakes, let me in. I can't
You know
imagine.
who I am.
Yeah, I honestly can't imagine you doing that or swearing. But
I'll just
Damn
have that like man bat on a chain around my neck. Be like, excuse me.
yeah, actually,
All right. Worst case scenario, pee yourself. People will get out of your way because you'll smell terrible.
That's a hot tip.
that's
I may have to do that if it comes to it.
hey, an hour later in Hall H. That's a big. By the way, Superman and Lois is also in Hall H on Saturday. That's a big deal.
That's prime real estate.
That's prime real estate.
Yeah.
But the Penguin also being in Hall H, 4:45. Do you think we're getting a first? Because that one starts in September.
They definitely are going to show something.
Right.
I saw that Colin Farrell is Skyping in. He's
He's Skyping.
he's on location.
Okay.
That's
one-
cool.
You know
I'll
what?
take it.
Okay, I'm going to ruin the surprise. Here's what I think is going to happen. Colin Farrell is going to be on Zoom on location, but the Penguin will be there in person. Because it's Hall H. And he's going to come out in full Penguin gear.
That's brilliant.
That's my
I
prediction.
hope that's it. So it's yeah,
That's
it's
a good one.
A pre-recorded Colin Farrell message, and then he's
right.
like,
And out. will
"Oh,
come
get
the
this
Penguin.
actor off the screen.
Yeah. Who is this guy? Get him out of here.
Get the fancy man out of there."
Look, pretty boy over here. This is my show. It's called named after me. This is my panel. Get out of here. I can totally see that. It's Hall H. It's a big deal. Right? This one's probably they want something that's going to get talked about too, not just
God.
Marvel.
Could you imagine being in that makeup in like during a heat wave in San Diego?
They'll take care of him. They would
Yeah.
do it in
Oh,
an
yeah.
air-conditioned room. He'd
I
probably
feel
be
it.
more comfortable there getting it done at the convention hall. Than
You know,
he would
maybe they
probably
got-
on set.
Cold water pumping inside that suit. You know, have them ready to go.
It's a great. That's a. I hope that happens, Ryan.
I hope so too. I want that. I want that for everyone that's going to be there. I would love that so much. And then of course on Sunday, one panel, DC Book Club. I mean, sounds what it is. I don't know. I'm trying to make predictions on any of this stuff, but I think my only prediction is Penguin is going to show up. in person. It would be great if they did that. But because again, Marvel is already making their presence known at Comic-Con. I don't know if anyone has seen.
They're marking their territory.
Dude, it's Fantastic Four stuff everywhere around the con already.
Do you think that we're gonna? Because there's the Captain America movie and Thunderbolts, which people have seemingly forgotten about. Those are like before Fantastic Four. But do you think it'll be Fantastic Four something?
I think the cast is definitely going to. I think because I feel like Marvel is trying to regain everybody's trust back.
Yeah, for sure.
And again, they have all these Fantastic Four banners around the convention already. So I am thinking they're going to do one of those old-fashioned MCU actor rollouts, and they're going to have all the Fantastic Four. They're going to have their villains out. They're going to bring out all the Thunderbolts. They're going to bring out Captain America, right? Like Sam, right? All those guys. They're going to bring them all in
because they haven't announced their schedule, right?
They're big. Is anyone watching? Hey, are you guys watching The Boys?
Yes.
No.
Damn it. Okay, I was going to say this season they did their own version of D23.
The
VotCon, V23. Dude,
yeah,
it is.
Yeah.
It is
they literally
so
called
funny.
it V23.
They did. Yes. They called it V23 and they did their own like map of movies and it is absurd.
It had like double-digit phases on it, if I remember right.
Yeah, it did. It was like they were going after Disney must hate whoever like
Well, and I think there was like a joke like stay with us all 12 hours of announcements.
Yes, dude, it is wild. It's so good. But like I got a feeling they're gonna do well, I got a feeling we're gonna get that. I think we're gonna get our next timeline of MCU or like a revised one.
For those who prediction,
right? Because for those who don't know, the Marvel animation panel is not going to be at San Diego. It's going to be at D23 in August.
Ooh.
So they already said, hey, we're going to give you your first look at X-Men 97 season 2.
What?
Yes. So I was like, wait, it's because they know that one's hot, right? They know they've got us all by the nuts.
Chomping at the bit.
Right, for that one. They've got us, so it's fine. They can have that one at D23. But because like I said, they've got us. They don't need to worry about it. But they do have to worry about everybody else for MCU. So I think they got to like go back to Comic-Con, go back to their roots, pay attention to the idea farm that is actual Marvel Comics. And I think they're going back to regain
DC, DC is coming up on them. Like, are they gonna let DC take control of Comic-Con?
They got to be a little nervous, right? With James Gunn.
Yeah.
Oh man, I kind of hope that they bring Superman out in the suit.
Good take. Oh, for Superman and
fly
Lois.
in.
Yes.
Like fly on a cable.
Oh, dude, of course, because Superman and Lois is in Hall H.
Yeah.
Those are the Penguin and Superman and Lois are the only two panels that DC has. It's in Hall H.
So do you think they'll have the new Superman like show up
in costume? They finished filming this week. They wrapped.
They got to do something. That would be so awesome.
Dude, I was sitting there going, I'll be happy if we get character posters. That was me, right? Like, I'll just be happy with that. I was just so excited. And like now I'm like, oh man, if he shows up in costume, and same with Lois, let's put it this way. If all the DC actors show up in character, Penguin, Superman, Lois, right? Jimmy shows up.
It wouldn't happen at this con. It's way too early. But could you imagine if they rolled out their new Batman in costume and then he pulls back to reveal the actor?
Hey, that's what they should do.
This is nuts.
When that time comes next year, they should absolutely have the actors show up in costume and do the reveal with the cowl.
That's a great idea.
That's brilliant. Dude, you should be in marketing. That is a brilliant idea. And I think, like, man, imagine if it's Superman and Lois, they bring out Jimmy, they bring out like the entire Daily Planet. Like,
Yeah.
Oh man,
man.
I'm imagining Nate Fillion as like Guy Gardner, like interrupting at some point, needing his attention.
You're right. And then like Hawk Girl and Mr. Terrific, like carry, like, come on, time to go.
It's all there. Gotta have it.
That's
Gotta
how they
have-
should introduce the new Batman, is that, you know, have Guy Gardner like mouthing off, and then Batman shows up and punches him in the face, and then reveals the actor.
Reveals the actor. God. Hey, Warner Brothers, if you're watching us, give us a call. We'll help you out next year. Right? Hang on. Randall Guzik's another rumor in that SDCC. This may be the last year Comic-Con is in San Diego due to rising costs of hotels and the lack of infrastructure. The big place it may move to is Vegas. Oh my God. Of course. Vegas would be perfect.
I could get to Vegas cheap.
Same here. Same here.
I believe, though, they're contracted through 2025.
Right. So it wouldn't be next year, which is 2025. But I think that is, I did read that in Variety of all. Well, of course. Well, it's big. That's big movie news. It's
right.
Culture news. But Variety was reporting like, yeah, like they're like, I think even the companies themselves that are going to these things are tired of getting gouged. And we all know these corporations, these movie studios and stuff, they don't want to pay actors, let alone actors' hotel rooms. So, you know, I could totally see them going. Vegas sounds like perfect to me. Like, yes, it's hot, it's gross, but man, they do have the infrastructure for it because there's so many hotels, there's so many rooms, there's enough restaurants that everyone will get by. It's a hospitality city.
I've done Vegas at New Year's. They can move a lot of people quick.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. I fully agree. And even though they could do it like at the MGM. You know what I mean? Like it would be, well, no, I don't know if but they could. I'm trying to think.
There's a convention center there, isn't there?
But it's not near the Strip. Or is it? Anyone who knows Vegas, please, for the love of God, right? Alex, if you gotta go, just go. Alex will be right back. Yeah, if anyone's, because I'm trying to think of where the convention center is.
I mean, they could maybe do something with the giant toilet bowl that is Allegiant Stadium, maybe.
Right, and you could imagine holding panels in that giant eyeball LED ball thing.
Oh my gosh! Oh, like movie trailers just surrounding you.
Right, I think it would be freaking perfect. Hang on, let's see here. What do we got? Maps. Las Vegas Convention Center. I guess it's Las Vegas Convention Center is not that far from the Strip. It's like right behind the Wynn Hotel.
Okay.
I think we're okay. Right? Yeah, right off Las Vegas Boulevard. Okay. So that's what we're doing. The Sphere, yes, Zach. The Sphere is the new Hall H. Randall Guzek said it's no surprise that Marvel is negotiating with the Russo brothers about Avengers 5 and 6 right before Comic-Con. Yeah, we talked about that right near the beginning of like the Russo brothers coming back and the possibility of it. Again, that tells me that Marvel might be hitting the panic button just a little bit. They may not have trust in new directors. I don't know. Chris, would you hear that? What do you think?
I kind of think really it's more symbolic of like with the issues with the actor who played Kang and all those things. It's a panic reshuffling of the deck.
Right. Yeah, that's how I see it too. Like they know that these movies got to be good. These guys have a good track record. I hope if they do it, I hope they get a lot of money.
You know, I was just thinking though, when they show the new timeline, I hope they do it in Loki style, like the sacred timeline is dead. Goodbye, King Dynasty. We've moved.
Yeah, on to the next thing. Mutant Mayhem. That's what we're on to. Yes, they're just gonna do Ninja Turtles. Ninja Turtles did Mutant Mayhem. Right? Yeah, just like Randall's saying. The convention center is next to the strip. It's connected to the monorail that goes up and down the strip. Oh my God. Yeah. So you could stay at any of the hotels and you just hop on the train over. That's perfect.
Perfect.
Right? That's, yeah. Vegas. Move Comic-Con to Vegas. I think that would be perfect. Screw you, San Diego. I ain't paying for your overpriced garbage. Your $40 side of fries, right?
Yeah, I could pay that for a yard of marg.
Yeah, the room for the last 15 years, and I think, I think they almost threatened to go out because they didn't have the best convention center, so they built that new convention center to keep San Diego there, or SDCC there. So I think if if they decide that they're going to come back, or who knows what they're going to do. We're still talking about Vegas, and we're talking about some Russo brother rumors.
Nice.
What do you think about the idea of the Russo brothers coming back for Avengers 5 and 6? Do you think it's needed? Do you think it's a panic button, a knee-jerk reaction to things and how just things are going?
Yeah, I mean, I want to see Fantastic Four and X-Men and new stuff.
Yeah.
Let's let that have some room to breathe, to do its thing before defaulting back to the old.
What's crazy about Fantastic Four, this is how I feel anyways. I feel like that is you could do it. They can lead up to their own thing by the time we get to Fantastic Four 3, that it could be a huge deal. Because Fantastic Four is always kind of like, they're in that same kind of world as X-Men, in that sense of like, yes, they also have the Freedoms 4 Plaza in New York, but they're also their own thing. And they don't need to really, they don't need
they're
to be
going to
part
the
of
negative zone, they're they got their own stuff.
They're the Indiana Jones of interplanetary,
That's a cool idea. Like, I like that.
That's I dig that too. That's what I'm all for. Okay. But we're usually trying to be an hour. We've been doing a terrible job of this all year.
It's just so much.
There was a lot. There was a lot today. Next week, I don't know if we're going to do a show on Wednesday. I think we're going to try to, depending on where Alex is. If not, Alice and I do want to do a review of Wolverine and Deadpool and Wolverine.
Cool.
So we do, because we're going to go on Thursday next week. So I think we might move the show to Friday next week. So thank you for everyone who's still stuck around with us for this whole 2-hour mark. Still a lot of you here. So thank you very much. So I think, so just keep an eye out, click that notification bell. So that way, the next time that we go live next week. And then the Wednesday after that, I believe Attack Peter is going to join us. We're going to talk about those big reveals from Marvel and DC.
There might be some stuff to talk about pertinent to this channel.
You know what? I hope so. We don't know for sure. No one here really knows. But you know what? Who's to say? We'll find out next week. Chris, Shiny Plastic People, where can people find you? And thank you for being here as well.
Of course. Thanks for the invite. I can be found most places at SPP Toys, especially here at YouTube. I just got the Tumblr and Lucius Fox set today, so I'll probably be opening that soon.
Yes.
And next week on Thursday, I will be hanging out with a punk with toys.
Oh, nice. Yeah, he's nice guy. He's great. Yes, and also check out A Punk with Toys. Check out his toy channel as well. Again, there's lots of them. Find the one that's right for you. Talk to your doctor and find out which one's right for you. Because there's a lot of us, and it's great and it's healthy, and I feel like we are at a prime time of toy tubing.
Yeah.
A lot of different voices, but we're all men with beards. So choose
There's
the
one constant.
Yeah, there's one constant. So just check us all out.
Crisis on Infinite Beards.
Yeah. Oh my god, that's so good. Alex, where can we find you? We were just talking about Mondo. Where else? Anywhere
You can check me out at fanplastic4 on Instagram, where I post my various sculpting work and Mondo work, and there's going to be a Mondo toy talk on the Mondo YouTube channel tomorrow.
Oh yes.
So Hector and Peter are going to be getting people prime the pump for Comic-Con next week, and then that's going to be great. There's going to be a lot to talk about.
There's going to be a lot to talk about. Also, I want to make sure everyone does watch the Mondo live stream live if it is possible for you, because they do trivia with prizes, and these aren't just like little prizes like, oh, here's a Mondo sticker. No. These guys give away like 1/6 scale figures. These guys are out of control. They got to knock.
You never know. You never know what's going to happen. And also, just it's a good way to like ask questions and things and give comments in real time. And
they are way better at dealing with at answering the chat than I am. I'll tell you that. And another thing that's great too is you never know when Peter is going to click on the wrong picture and reveal.
Yeah, right.
Shouldn't. So that's another great thing to always keep track of as well. So be sure to watch that, and that's tomorrow. As for me, you can find me at RyanDoell31 all across every social media platform. As well as, you know what? That's pretty much it. I don't do not much else. Toy Anxiety Tuesday nights, the Toy Anxiety YouTube channel. Then for Alice, who's not here, I know she hasn't been here in like a month or whatever like that, but she's been crazy busy, either world traveling and then having to catch up. She does her own comic. That comic is linked below in the description. All Haven Academy, right, on webtoons.com. She is killing it. She's been, because there was like that season break in between to try to get like work done plus her travel. Guess what? This week she's been back from traveling and she dropped another issue. So just so you know, so it is getting updated on the regular. Check that out. Deadheads is asking, is there a bootleg next Tuesday? Maybe. I'm trying to think about what I want to do. So that one too, for Toy Anxiety next week, I might not do an episode on Tuesday, but I might do one on Sunday to kind of scoop everybody else on toy reveals, because they're all going to be at Comic-Con. And that's my way of saying, F you, I'm going to talk about it by myself. Some real petty bullshit. That's what it's going to be. All right, everyone. So thank you very much. Have a great week. And yeah, pay attention next week, because whether you're watching us, Geek Dad Life, who was just here, Mad Hatter Reviews, you're going to want to watch his booth tours next week. Tell you that now. He's got the best booth tours. Keep track of everyone and what they're up to, because like I said, there's going to be a lot of news and not everyone's going to have time to cover all of it. It's going to be amazing. So thank you, everyone. Have a great night, and we'll see you next week.